Guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Black and Bold and I am Lima. I am here with another gist, another cup of hot tea to spill. I feel like a gossip YouTuber, but that's not it. I am here to teach you guys, to share with you guys what has been on my mind, and I believe we're going to learn from it. So today I'm going to be telling you the 5 things I badly want to tell church brothers. And I hope it's the same thing you've been desiring to tell the brother in your church. So who is a church brother, guys? A church brother is the brother in church, the man in church, the guy, the boy in church that listens to the same man of God, listens to the same message you listen to, choose and digest the same sermon you have to chew and digest. And a church brother can also be another brother from different church as long as he is in the kingdom. But here we refer to a church brother as the one we see, the one that is right in front of our eyes, the one that has been eyeing or we have been eyeing them. So quick one, have you been interested in any church brother lately? And who do you prefer, a church brother or the guy outside the church? Let's leave that for another day, but I'd love to hear what you have to say about that in the comments box. So slide in now before you go further. So guys, the first thing I want to tell the church brother watching me right now is we appreciate you guys. We know you guys are amazing. We love what you're doing in the kingdom. We love that you're seeking God and your heart is towards God. We really appreciate that. And to the church men out there that are married and are successfully growing a kingdom family, thank you for setting the pace. You guys are amazing, and you guys are one of the reasons we really want to settle for the best. Thank you. So guys, the first thing I want to tell you is, can you stop what you do? Like, you see a church brother who is interested in one sister, right? He gets her attention. After getting her attention, he makes her believe he wants her. He speaks about going to see her pastor or going to see their pastor, submitting their relationship to the man of God. And just when our dearest church sister is ready to say yes, the man bails on her. Why do you guys do this? Why? Like, I really want to see if there's another YouTuber that can answer my question, who is a church brother. Why do you guys do this? Why do you lead her on, make her believe she's the one, and then you just grow cold shoulders? What happened? What happened? Did she do something wrong? It feels like ghosting, yeah? But then this time around, the person is all in your face, but he's no longer interested in you. I really need to tell you this. It's unfair to do this. I feel like one of the reasons you guys do this is because there are a lot of ladies in church walking in different pairs of heels, different shades of makeup and skin. And the moment you feel you're interested in this one, and then she does something you should have worked on or be able to work on if you're truly interested in her. But then because there are a lot of them out there, it feels like, okay, this girl has flaws, so let's leave her and try the new girl out. So the moment they do this to you, after a month, that's if they honor you enough to give you a month, you see them with another lady. Or they do it to 2 ladies at the same time, and it is completely unfair. So I have said this to you. If you're a church brother and you're currently doing this right now, I believe you should stop. It's unfair, it's misleading, and you end up hurting 2 people. Sadly, you guys don't really get hurt. I don't know how you do it, but you don't get hurt after doing it. So secondly, I also want to tell you, church brother, that we see you as a perfective figure. Like, after God, after the man of God, the moment you are interested in a sister, she sees you, or she feels comfortable around you because she believes you're from the church. You won't hurt her. from where she is, your family. Even though she's interested in you, your family. But then after the leading on, right? You haven't asked her out, right? She hasn't said yes, yeah? And then you're trying to eat the fruits. Like, why do you guys do this? Why do you guys do this? Is this intentional? Are you suffering from lust? Is this something we need to take to the man of God? Or is this something you're just doing? Because, I mean, we're all trying to keep a sexually pure relationships, but then here comes this guy who hasn't even asked you out. He just showed you he's interested after one or two dates, and he's all being very funny around you. He's trying to do things he shouldn't be doing. So is this one a church brother? So are you a church brother doing this to this lady? And then you find the same guy trying this on this girl, trying this on the other girl. Now, I have a friend who shared with me what happened with her, right? This church brother did the same thing to her friend, but she didn't believe because she believed he's a church brother. Then, okay, it didn't work out with her friend, and then he got close to her, and then she was interested in him. I mean, who wouldn't be interested in someone who is totally into God? You guys don't know that being into God, it turns ladies on. It's like a catchy point for ladies. It's now part of the list. The fact that you know God makes her want you, even though you don't meet the other qualifications. The fact that you love God makes her genuinely interested in you. So this guy, she went to visit him after our Bible studies, and this guy turned wild, and when she left, he didn't apologize. He sent her a text and told her that she needs to know that every man of God has a weakness, or every church brother has a weakness, and she shouldn't be found telling people about his weakness. This is someone we know, like my friends and I kind of know, and this message has circulated around 2-3 ladies. I don't know why you guys do what you do, but I think it's completely unfair. I think you need to go back to God. You need to remove lust. It's totally lost. I feel like you're in the church, but you've only been chewing and not digesting what your man of God has been teaching you, because I believe you're attending a balanced church. You need to finally digest what you've been gathering in your mouth, what you've been chewing and not swallowing, and then you need to totally surrender or submit to God to break you, mold you, and remove lust from you. Sisters really trust men of God. I wish you can see yourself through the lens of our eyes. We trust church brothers. We trust you because you are a man of God. You don't have to be on the pulpit for us to know you're a man of God. You're a man after God's heart, and it makes us vulnerable. It makes us quick to trusting and believing in you. So the third thing I want to tell the Christian brothers, the church brothers out there, in my church, in your church, in our society, is, my list is for knowing each other, right? The first one we talked about is stop leading us on. Then the second one is protect us, because we trust you to be very protective. And then the third one is giving it a name, right? If you were able to escape the stage of leading her on, you're able to escape the stage of not being protective. What next? What are you waiting for? Can you define it? I hate it when I see a church brother linger around one lady for a very long time. Very, very long time, and then there's no name, there's no definition. If you ask her, who is this guy to me? He's just my friend, he's my brother. But she likes you, brother. She likes you, friend. She likes you. She's interested in you, and you're still misleading her. You get me? Because you're still praying about it. Is that what you're doing? You've not heard from God. then why not excuse yourself from how until you hear from God? I think giving yourself space will allow you to really hear from God. If you're all entangled, you won't really hear what you want to hear. And then some of you don't name it or define it because your pastors haven't said yes. So you're into this girl, you've asked your pastor or you've gone to fake or get permission from your pastor if you should date this girl, but your pastor hasn't said yes. It's over 2-3 months, your pastor still hasn't said yes, and you're still around the lady, and you're making her believe she's building mansions for you and her kids in her head because she believes definitely your pastor is going to say yes. But I think if it takes a very long time for your pastors to say yes, it means they are not going to say yes. I'm not asking you to put pressure on them. They're going through a lot. They have a lot to handle. But you should also be wise about it. Let her be. Let her be until your pastor says yes. If your pastor says yes and she's still single, cool. If your pastor says no, but you've let her on for a year, and then your pastor says no, how do you want to start from? So, sister, so I'm sorry, Charity, my pastor said no, it's been more than a year, and I wish you well. It feels so weird. Please, let her be. Just let her go. If you haven't heard from God, I don't even think you should make her believe you like her until you've heard from God. That way it's easier. The moment you're going to this lady, the next thing is you know what you want. God has answered you. God has told you, yes, she's the one. So the moment you reach, you get to know her, you ask her out, after a while, you marry her. Simple. Soft life. Guys, soft life. Like, I believe in soft life, soft friendship, soft relationship. When there's God in it, it should be soft and not extremely difficult. You shouldn't have to hurt someone. You shouldn't have to make her cry. It should be completely soft. So let's slide to the fourth thing I have to share with you guys. I hope this is blessing you. If this is blessing you, please kindly like the video. You can also drop a comment. So the fourth thing I want to tell the church brother is, if you finally get her attention, you finally get her to say yes, your man of God has accepted, and you are dating this lady, please be responsible. Be responsible. Be responsible. You don't go into a relationship until you're fully prepared for it. We believe for you to have asked her out and for her to have said yes, it means you know what you're doing and you're ready for the responsibility ahead of you. Now, some of you don't have time to spare, church brothers. Some of you are still getting to know God. I don't mean you don't know God. I mean you're still present. You don't have time. Your work with God requires that you press 12 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours, 18 hours. Don't punish any church sister that is not willing to go through this journey with you. And the thing is, you guys don't really tell the sisters what's up until, because you're afraid that she's going to say no. So you don't tell her what's up until she says yes, and then you are emotionally not available, mentally not available, financially not available, spiritually not available. So let's dwell on the spiritually not available. You bring up this faith. The church is a hospital for the sick, for everybody, the healthy ones and the sick ones. But the sick ones pretending to be healthy and then going into a relationship and then getting sick in the relationship is deceptive. Very, very deceptive. I do not like it. I don't appreciate that you come up and act all spiritual. You honestly know that there are parts of your life you need to open up to God for Him to help you. You need to grow, but then you just rush prematurely into a relationship, and you do that by deceiving her, by coming with this face where you make her believe you're excellent, and God help, she's not discerning enough and goes into the relationship with you, and you break this lady into many pieces. The effect of dating someone who doesn't know what he wants, who doesn't have a stand in Christ, is that when they leave you damaged. I've seen a lot of beautiful relationships end, but you see that the people are better versions of themselves. They do not hate themselves. They are way, way better than they were when they started the relationship. It's unfortunate it didn't work, but fortunately they are happy. But then someone who is a deceiver, someone who lied to be spiritual and is not spiritual, is going to hurt you. And the relationship will work because you're probably dating this firebranded sister where you had to keep a face to make her believe you are who she thinks you are. And then she goes into the relationship, it dies down. You can't pretend for too long. The least you can do it for is a month, 21 days or 2 months. Now you make her believe, and then you're not all that you said you were. You're not it. She feels deceived, she feels betrayed, and she's going to walk out. That's the right thing to do. Walk out from the relationship, because you guys are not going to be matching up. Your spiritual levels, your inclinations, it's not going to work when she wants all the plans, all the to-do lists you created together. Someone will keep defaulting, and some of you are not financially ready for a relationship. This is to the brothers. Yes, you're not ready, you're not financially ready. She's hungry. Let's just pray for somebody to come and give you food. There's always an excuse. She's hungry. Okay, once in a while she needs to be pampered. You don't have the money to pamper her. Once in a while you can't even afford to take her out. You can't even afford to take care of yourself well. We are still trusting God, and we are trusting God for you too, but let's trust God in the church, not in a relationship. I'm not saying it's bad to build with a man. I mean, I am building with a man too. We are building with a man, but some men haven't started building. They don't even know what to build. They are not ready to build, and some men need space and time and that finances to build themselves first, so they are not in the right place to share it. And then if you're emotionally unavailable, I told you, some of you guys are still pressing. It doesn't mean that when you enter a relationship, pressing stops. No. But there are seasons and stages in a man's life where he goes from one position to another. And some of you guys are still pressing. You still need to see the face of God, and a relationship is going to be a distraction. Not really a distraction, but if you're not emotionally available and you expect her to understand all the time, it won't work. She's going to get tired, she's going to crave attention, and then another church brother out there who is still in stage 1 is going to get her attention. Remember what number 1 is? He's trying to lead her on, and then your beautiful damsel is going to walk into the wrong stage, or probably the very right one that can change her life with somebody very amazing. Not better than you, of course, but loves better than you. So finally, dear brothers, I am writing this letter to you. So brothers, I am writing these letters to you, and I can't wait to be with you soon. Okay, I'm done joking around. Last thing I want to say is, you're amazing. Yes, you're amazing. I have seen church brothers date effortlessly, and it's amazing. I have seen church brothers in my church make it work, and I love it. I have seen church sisters successfully date, and they keep setting the pace. They keep setting the pace, and I love it. You see, I admire K-Strings a lot. I mean, when he met his wife, so young, so beautiful, he knew what he wanted. He went for it. She knows what she wants. She's not also confused. He has press and he's pressing, but he has direction, and she God directed too. And these people are successfully married, very married. Another relationship I admire a lot within my church is David Dam and Jane. I mean, it has always been from bestie level to a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful relationship. There are a lot of young couples to admire who are getting married, who are successfully doing it well. My friend is married to Precious Chika and her Amadi, and it's beautiful. We're young, right? But we're getting it right. We're crushing it. We are amazing. And I love to see that it works out well. These are church brothers that knew what they wanted, went for it, were directed by God, and these are church sisters that know and have heard from the Lord, and they know this is the man they can work with. I love these relationships. I admire them a lot. And you can always check them up on YouTube, and you're going to learn a lot from them, especially K Strings and Victoria, that's one lineage, K Strings, David Dam and Jane Dam on YouTube. You're going to learn so much from them. So you guys are amazing. You guys are trying. You guys are showing up in church. You guys are serving. You're committed. When you're in a relationship, you make the world shake, and we love that. We love how much focused you can be. I have seen amazing focused men that know it from the day one, and it's amazing. I've seen guys who grow with ladies, who bring out the best in their women. Thank you for being that church brother that does the best for her. Thank you for being that church brother that protects her. Thank you for being that church brother that is emotionally, spiritually, financially, and mentally available for her. Thank you for being that church brother that goes to your pastor, tells your pastor what you want, and when you get a yes from your pastor, or when you know it's a no, you respect that decision and you either be with her or allow her go. Thank you for being that church brother that sets her free and not mislead her. Thank you for being that church brother that knows the pair of heels you're chasing after, and you know when the color has changed, but it's the same heel wearing those pairs. Oh, thank you. So, to make this balance, because you guys are always complaining, especially my friends on WhatsApp. They're always complaining. They feel I'm not talking to the sisters. To balance this up, expect a video next week where I'll be telling you guys the 5 things I badly want to say to the sisters. And one of those things I want to say to the sisters is, babes, why do you think every man that walks you out of church is into you? Why? Thank you, guys.